What's up guys, this is Ojoizi. In this video, I want to show you how you can install kalininos on VirtualBox and fix all of the issues that comes with installing the latest kalininos 2020 on VirtualBox and have it display on full screen mode just like this. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go to the VirtualBox website and download VirtualBox for Windows hosts. Then when you click on that link, you'll be prompted to download it. I'm going to cancel out of this because I already have it downloaded and installed. So after you finish downloading it, you're going to install it. I'm not going to show how to install that because it's very easy to do. You're going to click on install and click on next a couple of times. There's going to be a warning. Click yes on that and shabam, you've installed VirtualBox. Then the next thing you want to do is to download the kalininos ISO file. So we get over to the kalininos website. I want you to download the kalininos 64-bit installer. And right here you can see the version as at the time of recording. This is 2020.2. Don't pay too much attention to this. If you're watching 1 month time, maybe 3 months time, this could be 2020.3, 2020.4, 2020.5. I'm going to bite my tongue there. So whatever version you see right here, these steps are going to work just the same. So go ahead and click this and download it. So when you have done, you're going to have this VirtualBox window right here. I'm going to close this now because I don't need it anymore. So you're going to have this VirtualBox window right here. Now I did extensive testing with this, so I'm going to show you down to the science on how to install this and avoid all the errors. So I'll close this machine right now and just show you how to create a new one. Alright, so you're going to click on tools and click new. Then I want you to click, okay, this was supposed to be expert mode right here, because when you first click on new, you're going to see this window. So I want you to click expert mode. Why not? Then we're going to fill in the information to create the Kali guests in this one-page dialog. So that is better than using the guided mode. So now first thing we're going to give this a name. So I'm going to call this kalininos and I'm going to say 2020. Then you observe immediately the type here change to Linux. If yours already changed, by all means change that to Linux. Then for the version you want Debian 64-bit. And one more thing, if you're sure you're running a 64-bit operating system and all you have on this list or on this menu are 32-bit options, don't fret. It simply means you've not enabled virtualization on your Windows BIOS, and I will leave a link in the description to a video where I show how to fix that. Then we want to set the RAM for this machine, so I'm going to give this 2 gigs of RAM will be fine, but I'm going to bump this up to 4 gigs so that for the purpose of this video things just fly. So that is 4 gig out of the 8 gigabytes of RAM I have on the host computer. You can leave yours to any number you want, but make sure you're not exceeding this pink portion right here or this green portion right here. Okay, leave this selected and click create. Then for the virtual hard disk, I'm going to bump this up to around 30 gigs. That will be fine for me. Do make sure you're not setting yours to maybe 10 gigs and smaller because the installation will just fail. Okay, then click on create and you are set. But one more thing, we're going to attach the kalininos ISO file we just downloaded to this virtual guest and proceed with the installation proper. Now to do that, while this machine is selected, click on settings, then click storage empty, click on this disk tray, choose a virtual optical disk, click on add. Then you're going to locate where you have downloaded the ISO file. There it is. Remember I told you don't pay attention to this version. This could be 2020.3, 2020.4 by the time you're watching this video. These steps will just work exactly the same and it will work. Alright, click on open, choose that, okay, and now we are ready to install kalininos on our VirtualBox. Now you're going to double click on this to start it. Okay, click press enter to select graphical install. Now the installer is going to take you through a couple of settings to set up some what I call cosmetic settings. Now for the language, you're going to select English or select anyone you want. Location, United States is fine. American English for the keyboard. I'm just pressing enter on all of those to select. Alright, so enter a host name for this system. I'm going to leave this as Kali. Just click on continue. For the domain name, just keep on this, continue. Now we're going to set up a non-root user for non-administrative activities. Now this was not here up until the latest kalininos 2020. I'm going to give this a name, stronghold. You go ahead and enter whatever you want, and then it's going to prefill stronghold as a username for that account. That's fine by me. Enter. I'm going to set a password. I'm going to set my really super password here, and then I'm going to continue. For the time zone, Eastern is fine. And one thing before I continue right here, if you don't want to be frustrated and feel like you want to throw your computer away, this is the point. You're going to do something very important right here. So now I know when you went on to download the VirtualBox and download the ISO file, your VirtualBox machine is connected to the internet. So what you want to do is to disconnect it from the internet at this point. So if I check right here on this small box here, you see I am connected. If you can see that on the screen. Okay, so I'm connected by NAT. So what you want to do is click on devices and disconnect. You see this check mark here? When you click on that, let's check that again. Now no more internet. So you want to do this step before you proceed from here. Otherwise you're going to have issues upon issues upon issues upon issues upon issues. Okay, click on continue to proceed. So for partitioning the disks, so you're going to leave this as guided. Use the entire disk, that's fine. Then choose the only hard disk you have on file, which is your virtual hard disk. I'm going to leave all files in one partition. That's recommended for new users. And then we're going to finish and write those changes to disk. Oh yes, we want to write those changes. Select yes, press enter. Alright, when that is done, you're going to be prompted to install a proxy. I advise you just leave that blank, continue. Then you're going to be presented with this error, which is perfectly normal, and the reason being we disconnected our device from the internet and apps did not use our internet connection to configure. Okay, so what you want to do, just kindly click on go back and select yes and continue. That step is absolutely crucial for your kalininos to install offline. Otherwise you're going to be needing internet to install and you may run into issues. Anyway, so I'm going to leave this to select and install a software. Okay, so we brought to this software selection screen. So what you're going to do, just leave everything as you see here and continue. Absolutely crucial. Now what that's going to do is going to pull up the information from the ISO file, and all of that is going to be put in to the virtual machine and installed. Now this is going to take a long while to end and finish. So last time I did it, that took about 40 minutes. So I better go grab a cup of hot tea while this is running. Okay, that's finally completed at long last. Now we are asked to install Grub. Go ahead and select yes and continue. And select the only device, the hard disk we have, which is our virtual hard disk. Allow Grub to install and click on continue to finalize the installation. Okay, the installation was completely successful and we were able to install kalininos 2020 on VirtualBox in full offline mode, and it was a success. But before this machine is going to be useful, I'm going to log in right here now. We are going to do a few things when we log in, typing the username and password you set during the installation. Okay, so the first thing I want to do while I'm logged in is to get this machine back online. Remember, during the installation we took it offline for the installer to install properly offline. So I'm going to get it back online, connect it to the adapter so that I don't forget that and think we are running into some issues. Now we are back online, so and because we installed Kali offline in offline mode, we are going to have our sources.list empty. So what that means is that we're not going to be able to do an update or neither an upgrade, or neither are we going to be able to install anything. So I'll just show that now by just let's try to update and type in my password. Yes, that is going to fail miserably, just as I expected. So to fix that, we're going to type in sudo. So sudo nano /etc/apt/sources.list. Then you're going to come down to the end of this page and you're going to put in the official kalininos sources.list source address. I happen to know that off by heart, but I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you find that code easily. So it's deb http://http.kali.org/kali, then kali-rolling main non-free contrib. So you're going to type this in exactly as you see it and Ctrl X to save, Y for yes, enter. Now when I retry that command sudo apt update, now that's going to run flawlessly. Alright, so the next command you're going to type in naturally is to do an upgrade. So you're going to type in sudo apt upgrade, and I'm not going to run this now because I've done this a few times before this video. It's going to require me to wait for an additional 1.4 gigabytes of data to be downloaded and installed, and I don't just have that patience to sit through and wait for that. So I'm going to cheat here a bit. So I'm going to fix the next problem without upgrading, which is the Linux header and Linux image mismatch. So we are doing this so that we are able to install VirtualBox guest additions, so we can have this machine in full screen mode. Because right here, if I blow this to full screen, you see I still, have it windowed here inside the full screen window. So what I'm going to do now is, first I want to clear the screen, and if I type in uname -arrow, you're going to see that we have version 5.5.0 Kali 2 AMD64 as the Linux image. And from testing, I found out that for this image there is no corresponding Linux header version in the repository. So I'll show that to you now and how to fix it. So what you want to do is type in sudo apt install linux headers, press dash, I'm going to press the tab key twice. So that's going to show us the versions we have in the repository. And if you observe closely right here, you'll see there is no Linux header for this Linux image we have right here. So this is Kali 2 5.5.0, and we do not have any Kali 2 here, and talk more of the version. So but if I clean this out here on this command and I change this to images and I press the tab twice, no, not images, not image. So you're going to see that right here I have this Linux image, which is the same version you can see right here now, but we have the Linux image for 5.7.0 Kali 1. So what I'm trying to say is that this Linux header and the Linux image right here have the same versions, okay, but for the Linux image that is installed right now, which is 5.5.0, we do not have a Linux header for that Kali 2 rather. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to install the Linux header for 5.7.0 on Kali 1 and the Linux image for 5.7.0 for Kali 1 as well, so that we've save ourselves some headache. So right now I'm going to type in Kali Linux image, install Linux image and 5.7. Then I'm going to put the ampersand. So I'm going to do sudo again, apt install Linux, this time headers, and I'm going to take the newer version AMD64. Okay, so run this command now. Okay, so we can go ahead and run the commands to install VirtualBox guest additions, and that will work without any errors. So now the command to do that is sudo apt install VirtualBox guest. Okay, that should be guest utils and VirtualBox guest x11. Press enter with that. Okay, now that that is done, go ahead and close your virtual machine to restart it. Close, don't reboot, just close all of the machine and restart it. Okay, after you're logged in, just maximize and VirtualBox will scale up to full screen just like you have it here. Nice and easy. Alright guys, that'll be all for this video. But before I go, I just want to quickly show you something. I have my website here and I made a course for you guys, and I'd like you guys to check it out. So I made a course on the complete phishing course with Evogenes 2, advanced passwords, in 2FA and tokens phishing. So this course is free. You can just come to my website, click on courses, and you get access to this course for free. And also I have a forum on my website which I run, and if you enroll in any of my courses, which by the way I have just one course at this time, and you'll be able to post into this forum and you're gonna ask me any questions right here. You can come to the general forum and create a topic, ask me questions. I respond quicker to questions posted here than any of my social media or on the comment section in my blog post or in my videos. Alright guys, so that will be all. See you on the next one. Bye.